Hey, it's John, LBF Little Blue Ford. So, working on the Ferguson at the moment. Gonna get the alternator here pulled off. Already got the wires disconnected. I still gotta get this stuff off. Gonna pull the two bolts, the belt, and gonna call the parts store and we're gonna get a new one. So, I'll zip these out and we'll get back to it. Alright, down the shop, got it all disconnected. Get the pieces off. So, gonna give the parts store a ring and go from there. Be right back. Alright, new alternator for the Ferguson. The way it came, right like so. This is the pulley that was on the Ferguson. I don't know if it's the right size or not. I had to pull this thick collar off. This little tiny shim was what was on the old one, but when I put this pulley on, it contacts the fan. I'm not sure I'm happy about that. I found something thicker, which doesn't leave me enough for the lock washer, but I think if I use some thread locker, that gets me off the fan. I'm not sure if it's going to screw me up for distance though, so I'm going to go find that out. Also going to get a new belt. Tomorrow I'm out, so stay tuned here. I'll bring you guys along. Alright, I checked it. I'm going to put the shorter shim on, I think, and just live with that in contact. This belt's a little rough. Grab another belt tomorrow. And I don't like the one bolt, so I'm going to either grab one of those tomorrow or fish in my bins until I find something. But, I think I'm going to move the alternator and stuff to my bench, throw this in the truck, and we'll resume this later. Alright, didn't end up filming it, but the new alternator's mounted, and the new belt's on. It's clocked a little different. It puts the electrical connection here. I'm okay with that. Still gotta hook up the wires, so I'll probably try to film that and show that it's working. But yeah, stand by. We'll get this knocked out here. Alright, so new belt's on. This is a 5/8 41-inch belt. New alternator. This one's Duralast AutoZone's DLG 71. Well, I can't hardly read that. I'll try to remember to put a note in the video. Anyway, got 1 and 2 R and F. So pigtail. Got our battery cable, and then we got this jumper that goes to 2, and this jumper goes up here. It's attached to a bulb, which I still need to get an appropriate socket. So I have an indicator light on the dash. I was reading some things that said that you needed to have a diode in this circuit, because the other wire of this goes to key on power. And they said you need a diode. Well, LED's a light emitting diode, so that should work for a diode, right? Anyway, it does. But I'm going to fire it up here. I got a test meter, I'll fire it up, show it all works. So, yeah. Actually, I'll fire it up right now. Turn my fuel on. Maybe I should have brought the tripod down. Anyway, be alright. There. Key on. That turns our indicator light on. Let's see if I can drop you guys here. Like so. Had to throttle up to get the indicator light off, but staying off, so that means it should be charging. I don't have my good meter handy, so we're using the cheapo one. I've found that once I get it charging, it stays charging. It's just the initial, you gotta throttle up to get it to go. But it's working, it's charging, and it sounds like it's idling better than ever now with this. So that's a win. That's the fix for the 12 volt conversion. Key on power to a LED light or a light with a diode to number 1 on these GM 3-wire, 1-wire, 3-wire alternator, a jumper from there to, jumper from there to 2, 1 or the R goes to your light, which is battery hot, and you want the negative side of the diode going towards the alternator for the negative side of the LED. I checked it, made sure it was the right orientation. That'll keep everything happy there. So that's a win, and thanks for watching.